dear friends. Today you're coming to work with me as I lead the peoples of Brussels through some sweaty workouts. And along the way, I'm going to share some healthy homemade meals that you can add to your recipe arsenal. Allons-y!
I am drawn to the light. I wanna rest in the arms of an angel and be safe and warm tonight.
Hello there, lovely peoples. It was such a busy day for me in the kitchen yesterday. I whipped up a bunch of stuff, including these banana sourdough oat crumble muffins. Oh, so good. These sourdough dinner rolls, whole wheat. I made a batch of chicken salad for today, roasted a whole chicken in the air fryer, and made some bone broth. As I said, things were busy. But this video is a what I eat in a day. So before any of this happens, I start the day with a big glass of lukewarm water, 2 scoops of collagen powder, a scoop of creatine, and 2 ashwagandha tablets. Lukewarm water might not sound the most appetizing, but it's a nice way not to shock the system first thing in the morning. Just a gentle wake up, hydration, get things ready going for the day. And then breakfast comes. So the plan for today is I'm going to take you along to my work here in Brussels at Animo as a group fitness coach. I have 4 lessons spread throughout the day at 2 different studios, and I'm going to pack a bunch of yummy food along with me so that I don't go hungry. Obviously. It's kind of like going to school. I'm going to pack a big lunch bag, including a bunch of the semi stuff. And I made a lot of muffins yesterday that I want to share with the staff because they're so lovely. I feel really grateful to work there. And it's always nice to bring something baked, homemade, to people that you work with, people that you care about. All of the recipes for today's video will be included in the description box below. I've already mentioned breakfast. Lunch is going to be 1 or maybe 2 chicken sandwiches using the chicken salad I put together yesterday, as well as a yogurt parfait. And then for dinner, I'm gonna come home quite late, so I'm gonna go shopping in my own freezer, pull something out that I previously made that's protein rich, full of yummy micronutrients, and enjoy that, hopefully, with my lovely husband. So, our options for tonight's dinner. What have I made previously? We've got a beef, corn, and pepper Mexican-inspired chili. Not bad. Okay, that's one option. Beef and pork gnocchi lasagna soup. Italians out there, please don't come for me. This is just a name that I gave it to remind myself what's inside, which includes gnocchi, beef, and pork. And it's kind of like a deconstructed lasagna soup. It's not meant to be traditional. Got some meatballs. I think it's gonna be the beef and corn Mexican chili. Let's do this one, shall we? Also, these little silicone containers, like silicone Ziplocs, have been such a lifesaver. I will link my Amazon shop down below. It's been such a great way to store frozen food or food in the fridge, but that with the combination of the label, game changer. I just take this out now so that it has time to thaw. These smell so good. I can't wait to dive into them. It's a recipe from Farmhouse on Boone, whole wheat sourdough. I didn't let them proof or long ferment as long as she said. I'm still figuring out the sourdough thing, but they smell super good. I think they're pretty good. Okay, let's make breakfast. I'm hungry. And the muffins. Can't wait to bring them in. Breakfast time. Starting the day with 50 grams of protein is a big win. It means that a large chunk towards my protein goal is already in the bag, and it makes me feel great. High quality protein, fiber from the veggies, and healthy fats from the eggs prime my body and brain for the day. Plus, it's about 500 milliliters of liquid, so I'm hydrated as all get out. For my skeptics in the back, those of you who usually reach for a croissant and coffee, or if you skip breakfast altogether, I challenge you to try this experiment for a week. In the morning, pack your plate with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. It could be scrambled eggs, a protein shake, or a yogurt with nuts. Whatever dish you fancy, aim for at least 25 grams of protein. Keep it up for a week and note down how your body and brain respond. If you want to make it easy on yourself, prep your breakfast the night before. That way, if you wake up in a rush, you know that you can still give your body what it needs for the day ahead. Good luck! Here's a quick look at what I prepped to bring to school. Work this day. The first thing is a creamy chicken salad. Okay, hold on to your hat. But did you know that you can cook an entire chicken right in your air fryer? What? Too cool, dude. Big ups to Christine's notebook for bringing this tip into my life. To make, rub your spices and oil of choice onto that beautiful bird, and then cook breast side down for 45 minutes at 180 degrees. Then, flip that thing and cook for another 20 minutes until the internal temperature reaches 75 degrees Celsius. While it's cooking, gather your supplies for the chicken salad. I've shared this recipe on my channel before, and it's also copied down below. To make the sandwich, spread a bit of avocado onto your bread of choice, and add a thick serving of chicken salad. Then top with crispy arugula. Quick avocado tip. Store them, whole or cut, in a container filled with water to maximize freshness and prolong their lifespan. Next up, we've got a chocolate and berry yogurt parfait. I added a scoop of protein powder to about 150 grams of skyr and mixed until thoroughly combined. Then, into a clean glass jar, we assemble 1 layer of yogurt, followed by a layer of fresh berries and almonds, and repeat until the yogurt is used up. And then, put all of that fresh goodness into a lunch pail, and we're ready to rock. All right, I'm about to head to the studio, and I want to pack up, as I said, a bunch of food for lunch, and also some of the muffins for the staff. So let's make this not very cute Ziploc bag into a cute little message for the team there. I'm going first to the studio at Flagey and then later to the Saint-Quentin studio, so I want to bring enough that they don't have to share too much, which I think will be maybe 5? 5 is a good number. Okay, let's do 2 bags. 2 bags for the 2 studios, and the smaller ones are cuter. So let's do 1, boom, aha. The Saint-Quentin crew, and 1 to the Flagey crew. This is how the cool kids write Saint-Quentin. It's 50th in French. And I'm learning now because I became Belgian. That's gonna be for a later video, but I am so happy to announce that I will have the Belgian citizenship in a couple of weeks. All of my papers were approved at the commune, and it's been a long time coming. I've been living here for, God, like almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years next month. How the time flies. And I applied for the citizenship, it was approved, and I'm so happy to be European. Honestly, it really feels like a dream. And I can stay here legally. I mean, bare minimum, but like also it's quite poetic. It's quite a nice end of the chapter of, not end, it's the beginning of this new Belgian chapter. I'm very, very grateful. Je suis Belge. So we got 6 here. I think that should be enough. Maybe I'll bring 1 more for the Saint-Quentin crew just in case. This recipe turned out really well, despite my best efforts to mess it up. The batter turned out, I did the batter exactly as it's said, but the recipe is by an American creator, and I live in Europe, and we use the metric system here. And so I've been trying my best over the last few months of following the recipes by these American creators to try to memorize many of the basic conversions, like a cup of flour is around 100 grams of flour, those things. And I had in my mind yesterday when I was making these that 4 tablespoons of butter is 115 grams. And I had that in my mind. That's not the case. 4 tablespoons of butter is 56 grams of butter. So when I was making the crumble that goes on top of these yesterday, it was, 100. For those who are gonna have the muffins, maybe just skip this part because I don't, I don't think it's the best idea to know how much butter and sugar went into them. They taste amazing, that's all you need to know. Before the crumble, it was like 100 grams of sugar, some cinnamon, 50 grams of oats, and then 4 tablespoons of melted butter. In my mind, 115 grams, which is not the case. So I doubled the butter content. But they taste amazing, they're just extra moist and buttery. But butter to me in a recipe is seldom a bad idea. It may mess up the textures a bit, but they taste amazing, and the dough that went into the batter, was nothing messed up there. We live and we learn. Living on different continents, different systems of measurement. Could have been much worse. I could have mixed up the baking soda. Out into the world we go. We're currently at the first Animo Studios location, next to Flagey Square here in Brussels. I've worked at the studio for nearly 3 years and feel really grateful for this community in a foreign city. The staff, my fellow coaches, and the clients make this feel like a home away from home. Before each class, I normally have a few minutes to run through the program, check that all the equipment is working, and shake my booty a bit. That last part is a must. I teach group fitness for crying out loud. I mean, how lucky am I? I never take it for granted that people of all ages and fitness levels venture into this room and trust us, the coaches, with their bodies. It's a gift that we hopefully can give to encourage them to feel empowered and a bit stronger when they leave. If there are any of my students out there watching, thank you all for making my job so dang fun. After 2 hours of teaching, it's time to eat again. One quick note on the food for today. This is a random sample of what I eat, though each day looks a little bit different, as I'm sure it does for you too. The one constant I try to keep is a daily goal of at least 100 grams of protein. Everything else, the calories, the amount of fat, and the type of food varies day to day. As I edit this footage, I noticed that I didn't have any chocolate that day, and that is an anomaly. Chocolate nearly always pops up on my plate. Living in Belgium has fully enabled my sweet tooth, but I have definitely embraced it. My point here is that it's less important to focus on the numbers day to day, but if you must track, do so over the course of a week or two to make sure that you're hitting your goals. And as always, try to make protein the first consideration. First round of classes is done. Heading now to the second studio for my own workout, and then the evening shift. And we got my trusty Steve here, my new scooter bit. Allons-y! All right. Let's get things moving with a groovy full body session. I recently wrote a new gym program for myself to follow for the next 12 weeks. It includes 4 resistance training sessions in the gym, plus a wildcard day. The wildcard could be a run, a yoga class, or a session at Animo, but the priority is the 4 strength training sessions. The workout shown here is day 3, full body with an emphasis on the posterior chain. All the details will be copied down below. We start with the step up. This can be performed on a bench or a box, but the higher the step is, the greater the stretch on the glutes will be. Translation, more booty gains. I've tested this move with a barbell and with a dumbbell, and while one can load more weight using the barbell, things get a bit wobbly. So I found it to be more stable to hold a dumbbell and anchor the free hand against the wall or rack. As for weight, choose a dumbbell that makes the last 2 to 3 reps very difficult, meaning you should be slowing down as the set goes because the muscles start to fatigue. Focus less on the burn and more on the tempo as you near the last few reps. If rep 1 looks the same as rep 12, you need to increase the weight. Next up, we've got dips. I like to call these the squats for the upper body. They hit the shoulders, chest, and triceps, and they are deliciously difficult. Like every exercise, seek to perform the movement with a full range. As with the step-ups, the deeper the stretch, the more stimulus applied to the muscle. If you're still working towards unassisted dips, I'd recommend you add a resistance band to the bars to support your knees. Now we're moving on to the back. The reverse hyperextension is a glorious move for hitting the entire posterior chain, the group of muscles that start at the back of the knees and continue to the shoulder blades. Depending on the position of the back, you can target one area more. Here, I'm flexing my spine, aka rounding the back, and using my hamstrings to lift the torso only to parallel. This takes the back muscles out of the equation, but keeps all of the focus on the hamstrings and glutes. One more spicy tip, experiment with different angles of the feet, i.e. toes pointing inwards or outwards, for different sensations on the hamstrings. And we're finishing things off with some accessory calf work. This is one of my least favorite exercises, but it's essential for good knee and ankle health. Keeping the ankles and calves strong reduces the risk of injury, but that doesn't make this move any less boring. If you're in the mood for a workout program that is definitely not boring, but absolutely time effective, then check out the description box below. There you'll find my 6-week kettlebell program filled with 15-minute full body workouts. With it, you'll learn how to perform foundational moves like the squat, overhead press, and deadlift safely. And what's cool is that once you feel comfortable performing those moves with a kettlebell from the comfort of your home, you can easily transfer the same cues to the gym using a barbell and/or dumbbells. You can pick up your copy of Get Aligned Strength using the link in the description box below. Happy training! I just got home. It was a very long day. It is currently 9:30 and I'm so grateful to my morning self for having taken this out of the freezer. I'm just going to preheat it now. Let me get that cooking and then I'm going to answer a question that I received on Instagram. First things first, dinner. Okay, now that that is preheating, I wanted to address the question around this is a what I eat in a day video. And a lot of the videos like this on YouTube involve macronutrient counts and calorie counts. And I specifically avoided addressing that in today's video because I don't currently track calories. I don't think I have the bandwidth to do so. I don't want to micromanage my food like that. And I don't have a specific fat loss or weight gain goal at the moment. I think it can be very helpful for those of you out there who are looking to lose weight or lose fat to track, but it can also very easily dip into the territory of just like unnecessary mental burden and maybe even disordered eating. So I chose not to address that in today's video, instead focusing on healthy recipes that you can cook from home, because it's my food philosophy that if you're cooking it yourself, it's already going to be better because it's going to taste like it's made with love. You're learning a skill of feeding yourself, which is valuable in any context. And you're learning how to use food that's hopefully from nature. And I think minimally processed whole food is best when possible. The one thing I did include in today's video that I will include in the description box below is the protein count. Because while I don't count calories, I try my best to eat upwards of 100 grams of protein a day. And this is something that I urge a lot of my clients to do as well. Those of you out there who are in some way physically active, especially if you use weights or resistance train, get your protein in. There's also people out here on the interwebs who have many more recipes. As I said, we live in a wonderful time where you can search and find anything that you may need, including high protein recipes. I'm so dangerously close to the stove, but it's electric, so it's okay. Just to wrap up this last meal of the day, I have heard from my lovely husband, Rob, that he has already eaten, so this whole portion is gonna be for me. How kind of him. I'm gonna have another one of my rolls because they're good. They're good. That's all. That's all the reason I need. I'm gonna toast it up, put a big of butter. Words are not coming to me because I've been talking all day. I'm sick of my own voice. I love what I do so much, but when I come home after teaching 4 classes or 6 classes or whatever the day holds, I don't want to hear my voice anymore. So sorry, this is the version of me you're getting right now. Thank you all so much for spending the day with me. I really hope that you found something of value in this video, and at least it inspired you to get cooking in the kitchen a bit more, whether for yourself or for those you love around you, because life is about food. Food is life. Okay, I'm gonna cut my losses here. My brain is totally mush. I am wishing you a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you back here in my next video super soon. All right? Bon appétit! Ciao!